Hey, Vinyl Community, it's MGK Boston. That's Mike back with another video. Just wanted to follow up on a thread video, a guy I follow and I've mentioned before on my channel, Prime Analog Records, a guy named Matt. He's down in Miami. He's a fashion photographer guy, got a really fun day job, and he started a thread on that note, beautiful girls in music. And I thought, hey, that's pretty interesting, and nobody had responded to his thread, so I thought, hey, I'll chime in and do just that. So just a quick video today, friends. Nothing lengthy here, nothing really biographical, just showcasing these beautiful women in rock and roll. And I thought I'd start with Sheryl Crow. This is from her third release, studio release. That's a great photo of her on the cover. That's why I picked this cover. Of course, this is on compact disc. I think the release date on this is '98. Yeah, and it's really good. My favorite mistake was the big single on this. You've probably heard it. And of course, there are some other highlights on here, The Difficult Kind, Anything But Down, and Members Only. This is a great album. I'm a big Sheryl Crow fan, and that's another great shot of her on the back. Again, this was her third studio release. I'm gonna get these liner notes out of here. That's another great photo of Sheryl right there. Yeah, total. Speaking of beautiful, she certainly is, and she's still at it today, still performing, still putting out lots of material. There's a couple of shots of her on the inside there. It looks like in the studio. Yeah, some CDs all through the 90s would have great liner notes like this, even the major labels. Lots of neat stuff to read and look at if you're a music geek like myself. And again, that's Sheryl Crow, the Globe Sessions, her third studio release. Beautiful women of rock and roll, and there's one right there. Another compact disc here. I did show an Emmylou Harris album I picked up a few weeks ago, her debut, and that's Pieces of the Sky, so I thought I'd show this. This is a best of package from, I believe, 1978, the release date on this on Warner Brothers. And yeah, they're all here. One of These Days, Sweet Dreams, Together Again, that's a great Buck Owens song. Two More Bottles of Wine, Hello Stranger, and of course Boulder to Birmingham, that's great. And there she is, Emmylou Harris. Still, another one still performing today. Mentored, of course, by the late, great Graham Parsons. That's a great silhouette shot on the inside of Emmylou right there. A couple more shots of her on the inside here. And yeah, that's it. And then just studio credits. So yeah, that's the best of Emmylou Harris. Another beautiful woman in rock and roll. A little more obscure this time. It's a band from the 80s. It's Lone Justice. Front woman, lead singer, Maria McKee. They were short-lived. They only did a couple of albums. I have them all. Yeah, this is from their debut self-titled album, and this is just a 12-inch single for Ways to Be Wicked. There's the track right there. That's just the cover from that's what the cover of the debut self-titled looks like. I've shown that before in previous videos, so I thought I'd show something different today. And again, this is a 12-inch single for Ways to Be Wicked. The beautiful Maria McKee. Yeah, their follow-up to the debut was not the greatest. Well, here it is here. I said I wasn't going to show up, but I ended up pulling it out. That's a bigger photo there, and you can see she was quite beautiful. And Mike Campbell from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, he was involved in this. Really came out of the cannon hot and got some radio play in the United States, but just didn't gain enough traction. And then they disbanded. They had another album after this. The name escapes me. Like I said, I do have that, but beyond that, they disbanded and didn't make it really into the 90s. It's Lone Justice, and it's Maria McKee. And, you know, what beautiful women in rock and roll be without the great Stevie Nicks? There she is right there with Mick Fleetwood. Everybody knows the Rumors album. You've seen it a million times. You've probably heard it a million times. There's a young Stevie Nicks right there back in 1976. And yeah, just another, and Christine McVie is another beautiful woman in Fleetwood Mac, but that's just not a very good photo of her. Kind of sideways view of her, but yeah, piano player and singer in her own right. Beautiful women in music. Yes, it's the great Stevie Nicks. Of course, active today. All of these musicians are active, still on the road and putting out music. The goth queen herself right here, it's Susie Sue. This is an album called Superstition, released in 1991, the release on this one. Of course, they were on Geffen at this point, and there they are, there she is rather, on the cover. I saw them, as I've mentioned in previous videos, only once. in 1988 in Montreal. She was fantastic. Well, the whole band was fantastic, but she's just mesmerizing on stage. That's just another, must have been from the same photo shoot as this on the cover, wearing the same dress. There she is, the beautiful Susie Sue. Some of the highlights on this one I should mention: Kiss Them For Me, Fear the Unknown, Drifter, The Ghost in You, not to be confused with the Psychedelic Furs song. It's a different song. And Shadow Time is a really excellent single on this. So yeah, beautiful women in music. Susie Sue, I call her the goth queen because she really is fantastic. And I believe they're still out on the road doing their thing. Don't know if it's the original lineup, but I do know she's in charge. All right, the great Debbie Harry, of course, right? What list of beautiful women in rock and roll would be complete without Debbie? And there they are right there. This is Plastic Letters. This is their second studio release. Release date on this one, 77, 78. I may have that year off. I'm just not seeing it here. And there she is right there on the back. And I think for a long time, I don't know if they were married, but Chris Stein, of course, lead guitar, and plays bass and keyboards as well. But yeah, they were a couple, I believe. But yeah, the beautiful Debbie Harry. That's a cool shot too on the cover right there. And that's Plastic Letters, their second release. And here she is, the beautiful Chrissy Hinds, a rock and roller. She's just terrific, great singer, beautiful, beautiful woman, of course, or she wouldn't be on this list. This is the Pretenders' debut, self-titled, and it's really an essential album. I'm a huge Pretenders fan, and I have most everything that they ever put out. And of course, yeah, they do a cover of, I believe the Kinks did the original version of that, but I could be off. Stop Your Sobbing, but I'm pretty confident I'm right about that. But yeah, beautiful Chrissy Hinds, there she is. Don't know if there's any more photos on the inside. I haven't had this out in a while. Oh, sure. So there she is right there on stage. Beautiful Chrissy Hinds. Great vocalist, guitarist in her own right. Fantastic. And of course, beautiful girl, beautiful woman in rock and roll. And that's why she's on the list. Linda Ronstadt, of course, right here. Doesn't she look terrific? And this is an excellent album, of course, featuring Sail Away, Desperado, Don't Cry Now, Everybody Loves a Winner, I Believe in You. Of course, she was on the David Geffen label Asylum. There's the logo right there. And there's Linda. If you've watched my videos before, you know I've pretty much got everything Linda ever put out. Of course, she suffers from Parkinson's disease now and is now retired. But yeah, oh yeah, there she is. That's a cute shot of her right there in the studio. The beautiful Linda Ronstadt, Don't Cry Now. Not sure the release on this. I know it's early 70s, 72 maybe. Great album though. Don't Cry Now. It's excellent. And in the news recently, look at there she is. It's J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. Must have picked this up used on a lark, just because I liked the video for, what was the single on this? If You Have My Love. Yeah, that song. And there's another one on here. Yeah, Feeling So Good. Just fun kind of stupid dance music, you know. But it's not bad, you know. And she just got married again, you know, to Ben Affleck. I think it's her fourth marriage, but good on her. She knows what she likes, and it's Ben Affleck this week. And it's it's Jennifer Lopez on the 6th. I'm sure this surprises a lot of you that watch my videos that I have something like this in my collection, but I'll never be accused of being boring or without surprises. And here's a surprise right here. It's Jennifer Lopez, her debut album, I think released in 1980. I think 1996 is the release on this one. Yeah, and there she is on the back, on the cover. It's Jennifer Lopez on the 6th. Rounding things out, as I just threw this video together in real quickly. It's the former Mrs. Waylon Jennings. It's Jessie Colter. This is her self-titled debut solo. Of course, the musicians featured on here, and it's also produced by none other than Waylon Jennings himself. And there she is on the back as well. They had a son together, Shooter Jennings, and he's also recording still today. Yeah, some of the stuff on this, I'm Not Lisa's a nice ballad. Love's the Only Chain, You Ain't Never Been Loved Like I'm Gonna Love You. Is There Any Way You'd Stay Forever? I mean, it's really good. Traditional cowboy country, just like her husband at the time, Waylon Jennings. And yeah, you can see here's the promo sticker right there for a couple of singles. Like I said, I'm Not Lisa was a charting single from this. Yeah, let's see what's on the inside here. This is really in mint condition. Of course, she was on Capitol. Nothing on the inside. Boring. Just the orange Capitol logo. So anyway, it's called Jessie Colter. It's not self-titled, to take that back. I'm Jessie Colter, and the beautiful woman she is, and she's still around. All these people are still with us on this list, thankfully. And it's beautiful women in music, and it's Jessie Colter rounding out this list. Again, just threw this together just for a laugh today. Hope you enjoy it, and maybe some others will jump on this thread and have some fun with it. Have a great weekend, folks. See you next time.